Jordan, Israel's neighbor and strategic partner, is now under attack from Arab fighters linked to Iran. The Iraq-based Saraya Awliya al-Dam militant group claimed responsibility for the attack on Jordan. The Iran-linked group claimed to have fired a drone against a vital target in Jordan. In a statement posted on the group's Telegram channel earlier today, the group declared that the strike was in response to the killing of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. However, the extent of damage is not clear. Earlier, on March 6th, Al Jazeera Arabic reported that air raid sirens had sounded in the southern Jordanian city of Aqaba, raising fears of a possible aerial threat. Aqaba sits along the Red Sea and is a critical strategic gateway for Jordan. If confirmed, the attack would mark another dangerous escalation in the widening regional war, with armed groups aligned with Iran increasingly targeting U.S. allies across the Middle East. Meanwhile, intensifying attacks, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, said it launched the 20th wave of Operation True Promise 4. IRGC said it targeted Israeli and U.S. assets in the region. Footage shows a series of missiles being launched, but the exact date and location of the video shared by IRGC could not be independently verified. IRGC said that this wave was carried out in the name and memory of the oppressed martyrs of Shanvar Dana from the brave army of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, under the codename O Mighty One of the Believers. Israel Defense Forces, too, ramped up its response. IDF carried out its 13th attack against Tehran, targeting infrastructure belonging to the Iranian regime in the capital. The IDF also released footage showing strikes on 6 armed Iranian ballistic missile launchers. The Israeli Air Force struck the launchers over the course of several hours, overnight between Wednesday and Thursday, minutes before the missiles were set to be fired at Israel, the military says. IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir said last night that 60% of Iran's missile launchers had been destroyed so far in the ongoing campaign. With missiles, drones, and proxy militias now active across multiple fronts, the conflict is rapidly evolving into a wider regional confrontation. And as both sides intensify attacks, fears are growing that the Middle East could be entering a new and far more dangerous phase of war.
Tensions across the Middle East are escalating once again as Iran-backed militias claim to unleash a wave of attacks targeting American interests. The Islamic resistance in Iraq says it has carried out at least 27 operations against U.S. bases and military targets within just 24 hours. In a statement posted on the Telegram messaging platform, the group said its fighters launched drone and missile strikes against what it called enemy bases used by U.S. forces. The group did not disclose the exact locations of most of the alleged attacks, and there are no immediate reports of casualties or damage. However, the Islamic resistance in Iraq says the attacks are part of a wider campaign targeting American military presence across the region. The organization is an umbrella group made up of several Iran-backed armed factions that previously fought against the Islamic State group. In its latest statement, the group said the attacks were carried out in retaliation for the killing of resistance fighters and in response to what it described as ongoing aggression. It also invoked the death of Iran's supreme leader, Sayyid Ali Hosseini Khamenei, describing him as a martyr whose blood must be avenged. According to the group, one drone strike on Friday targeted what it called a vital target in the Iraqi city of Duhok. The militia also claimed responsibility for a separate drone attack against what it described as a vital American target in Jordan. Just a day earlier, the group said it had launched another drone operation, targeting a U.S.-linked site in Erbil in northern Iraq. While independent confirmation remains limited, the claims highlight growing regional tensions and the expanding role of Iran-aligned militias in the conflict.
The war is spreading. What began as a confrontation between Iran, Israel, and the United States is now pulling in a new and dangerous player. Iraq's armed resistance. The battlefield just got bigger. In a stunning escalation, the Islamic resistance in Iraq claims it has shot down a U.S. drone in Iraqi airspace. The target? A powerful American surveillance and strike platform, the MQ-9 Reaper. The drone was reportedly brought down over Salah al-Din province, sending a clear signal that Iraq's resistance factions are now stepping directly into the widening war. And that was just the beginning. In a dramatic statement, the group declared it has carried out 29 separate operations in just 24 hours. Dozens of drones, cruise missiles, even tactical ballistic strikes, all aimed at American military bases across Iraq and the wider region. The message from the resistance is blunt. If Washington wages war against Iran, Iraq's militias will fight back. One faction, Saraya Awliya, claims its fighters unleashed a drone swarm attack on a U.S. base near Erbil International Airport. The target? Harir Air Base, a key American military installation in northern Iraq. According to the group, the strike scored direct hits. If confirmed, it marks one of the most intense waves of attacks against U.S. forces in the region in recent years. Meanwhile, anger is boiling on the streets. In Baghdad, crowds gathered near the United States Embassy in Baghdad, protesting what they call American aggression across the Middle East. Security forces scrambled to keep demonstrators from breaching the embassy compound as tensions surged. But the resistance groups say this is only the beginning. In a fiery warning, the Iraqi resistance declared that any country joining Washington's campaign against Iran will be treated as an enemy. Their statement was chilling. Any foreign force participating in the war, any base supporting it, any interest tied to it, will become a legitimate target. With Iranian forces clashing across multiple fronts, Israeli strikes pounding Lebanon, and American bases now under fire in Iraq, the conflict is no longer contained. It is spreading from the mountains of Iran to the deserts of Iraq to the skies over the Gulf. And tonight, one thing is becoming clear. The region is sliding toward a much wider war. Because the Iraqi resistance has made its choice, they are entering the fight, and the storm is only getting bigger.